Hello, everyone. Today is April 4th, 2025, and we're going to look at the trades for this past week. And we can start, as usual, with the Euro Yen on the 1 hour chart. And you can see this is the 1 hour chart, and this is Monday. So I'll put a line as to when I start looking somewhere in here and see what the daily is doing now. You can see the daily hasn't crossed over yet, but all indications are that it's going to start coming down. Here's the 3 ball, 1 ball. You didn't know about all this, obviously, but this has been going sideways. So there's no direction on the daily. But for now, it's hasn't crossed, so we assume it's up. So we start on the H1 and we start to look, and you see the 4 hour is down. Daily's up, 4 hours down. Okay. So when we come over here, we're looking at the situation. We are looking for 1 hour to match on the way down, but we are on a 2 ball retrace. So there is no trade on Monday. Now we come to Tuesday and we get a trade. But now this is a 15-minute trade because the daily still hasn't turned over. Right? So let's take a look on the 15-minute chart. See if we get a fresh cross. Okay, so we don't get a fresh cross, but we get the retrace. So hopefully the 5 will give us a fresh cross, and it does right there. Okay, and let's see, we can refine it on the 1. And the 1 is right there. Here's the entry right here. This is a 15-minute trade. And immediately goes back up. So we take a loss. And then if you continue trading, you can always get a gain. So for this purpose, we will take a loss. And that's a 7-pip loss. Not a big deal. So, okay. Now, so increase the size to 20. Our usual size. And there it is. All right, back to the H1. Next day. We are still looking for a short. And here we get another 15-minute trade. Short. And we're going against the 3 ball. And this is a 2 ball retrace. So this is at your discretion whether you want to take this. I would hesitate here. I would take this one going long. And this is a 1 hour trade, right? So let's see if we get a fresh, we have a fresh cross here. Let's see what happens with 15. 15 also gives us a fresh cross. 5. There's nothing on the 5. Let's see if the 1 provides a better entry. It does right there. Now we are on the 1 hour chart. And this is obviously when President Trump spoke about the tariffs. So let's say we got out over here. And that would give us 140 pips. Don't want to stick around when he's about to talk, right? So, it's going to have a major impact. Reason. Right? Otherwise, you're out at break even, or depending how you manage your stop losses. Okay. Now, end of day, everything turned over. Then it did a retrace, and this is where we get our first opportunity. This is probably after hours. Let's see. Yeah, it's after hours, so no trade. And then Friday, dailies turned over. 4 hours already short. This is where we start looking for a trade short. This is before I come in to take a look. So let's see on the 15-minute chart what we get. We already had a fresh cross. We'll find it on the 5, same thing. Let's see if we get a better entry on the 1. And the 1 gives us an entry here. That avoids all of that. Okay. Now we are on the 1 hour chart. And this is our exit for 57 pips. And that's equal to 190 pips. Okay, not bad. 3 days of trading, 190. And let's look at euro dollar. Here's Monday. Daily is long, 4 hours long. And if we are coming in here, we are looking for a buy. So let's look at the 15-minute chart. And 15-minute business. This is actually where I start looking. There's no buy, right? So what happens here? There's no sell, so there's no trade. Okay, and you come to the next day and you get a short trade right there. Okay, because a 4 hour turnover, 1 hour is already short, and the daily was turning short. So let's take a look here. 15-minute chart. This is in between sessions. So definitely need to refine this. And look to be on the 1-minute chart. And that's a breakout trade. So H1. And that's breaking. All right, no trade. Come to the next day. Daily is turning long, 1 hour has turned long. And in the US session, the 4 hours starts to turn long. So we're going to look for a long trade on the refine it on the 15 and the 5, basically. So 15 is already giving me a fresh cross. 5, nothing here. Let's see, the 1 can refine it. And the 1 refines it to here. We were somewhere here, so that's why we missed this one. This is a 3-ball retrace. This is our first possible entry long, right? Now you're on the H1. And this is then, again, Trump speaking. So this is a 37 pip trade. Similar exit. Okay. All right. We come on Thursday. And this is where we start looking. We are still in the bullish trend, but no fresh cross. So hopefully 15 will give us a fresh cross. And it doesn't. Let's look at the 5. And 5 gives us a fresh cross. And let's see, the 1 follows suit. Doesn't, because the breakout trade, so 5-minute was good. And this entry, this is an exit here for 80 pips. Okay. Now we come to Friday. And there's no trade Friday, put the daily and 4-hour or long. So EU gives us okay. Let's look at GJ. Here's one day. We have a 4-hour short. What is a daily now? Daily is still a long, so it hasn't crossed yet. All right. So we're looking for a 1-hour. And this is a 2-ball retrace. So no trade on one day. Tuesday we get a trade, 15-minute trade. So 15 minutes is fresh cross. 5. Okay, and then the 1 is right there. 15-minute trade. And gives us 11 pips. Okay, so I'm just illustrating one trade a day, but if you're diligent about it, come on, you can obviously get more than one trade. This one here, right? So next day. And the next day we are here. What are we looking at? We're looking at a short. Again, 2-wall retrace, so we're not take that. This is the trade. And this is a 15-minute trade. Actually, it's a 1-hour trade long. This is again Trump talking, right? So 15-minute, no indication, 5, or it gives fresh cross, and 1 minute there. Okay. So 1-hour trade. Again, get out over here. This is 130 pips. I mean, if you have over 100 pips, why would you stick around for the meeting anyway? Okay. Then we come to Thursday. Daily 4-hour, everything is turned, right? So now we're looking for a fresh cross in the 15 because we just have a retracement here. And 15 gives us a fresh cross here. This is also 1-ball retrace. Let's look at 5. 5 gives us fresh cross here. Let's look at the 1. 1 doesn't give us anything. So 5. Look at the 1 hour. And this is our trade for 114 pips. Okay. And then we come to Friday. Once again, we're looking for shorts. It's a continuation trade. 15-minute. Fresh cross. 5. Fresh cross. And 1 minute doesn't give us anything, so let's take the 5-minute entry. It's here. Back to the 1 hour. And this exit is here. 165. And that is how many? Way too many pips. 141 plus 114 plus 165. 420 pips. Just on GJ itself. All right. Let's look into you. See if you have the same magic there. Here's Monday. Let's see what the daily is doing. Daily still bullish, right? 4 hour is also bullish. It's the middle of a retrace, so probably won't have a trade on this day. Let's look at the 1 hour. So there's no trade here, because the 1 hour cross has already happened. All right, so we come to the next day. Four hour short, daily still long, and so there's no trade here. And we come over here, and this is our first trade. Let's see what's going to on the 15. 15 is similar in the sense that the cross goes by. 5, there's nothing. And 1 is right there. So that's the best entry we have. H1. This is the entry. This is Trump again. And I would have gotten out somewhere here for 50 pips. Again, because Trump is talking, don't want to risk the GU. Okay. On the next day, we're still in the throes of the buy. So let's look at the 15 for direction, and don't give us anything. Let's look at 5. 5 is a retrace and up, and 1 minute. Here's the entry. Okay, so we want a 1 hour. Here's the exit. System exit anyway. That's 54. Oops. All right. Down to Friday. And the first trade we get is over here. 4 hour, 1 hour. But that 1 hour is in a retrace, so it'll be somewhere in here is where we start looking for a short. And we need a 15-minute fresh cross. which we get over here. So let's look at the 5, see if we can find it. Sorry, right there. Let's see, 1 minute. 1 minute, the ideal entry is somewhere in here. 3 ball and then short. Okay, so let's look at the H1. And that's an end of day trade for 101 pips. That's equal to 155 to 105. So total for this week works out to quite a number of pips. 625, 725, 742, 842, 932. So sometimes there's feasts. This is like this. Sometimes famine. You get 100 pips, 200 pips. That's it. Hopefully all of this was helpful. Have a good weekend. See you next week. Bye.